what I usually do is to investigate one subject that's really ambiguous. So it could be, for example, hospitality that I did in the previous work, and I was interested to see how hospitality could turn into something the opposite, so hostile, and also how those two words are related. So that particular work was an investigation into that ambiguity, and it takes the shape sometimes of more like a performance. So that one was just performance in a specific location, but it could also be more like an installation, like we have here right now, added with a performer. So for example, in the opening, there will be an actor and actress present who will interact with the audience. So I think in terms of the practical shape that my works take, that's really broad. I mean, it could be anything. It could be photography as well, like we have here right now. It could also contain video. So anything, that you could put into an installation, and it could even be just performance like that. But I think the sort of consistency in my work is the subjects, and so often that is how we relate to commerciality. Is that a word even? Yeah.
Commercial.
Yes. So how commerce has power over us in some kind of way, and the strategies commerce uses, and how we interact, I think, from one person to another, but also from company to person. I'm really interested to see how those strategies work, and so that always comes back in one way or another in the interaction, in texts, in just the shape my work takes, and also in sort of product-like shape that my objects take. So I try to make something that is a bit between product and sculpture. In this case, indeed, the voice takes the part of a performer who's not here, but it certainly addresses you as a visitor very, very distinctly. And also the objects suggest that there should be an action. At least that's what I have in mind when I make them, that they try to tell you that there should be a kind of a movement or a certain a particular way of holding them, like these little sculptures right there, that take the form of your hand, so that you will immediately recognize that you can maybe hold them, and that there should be a purpose to them. But at the same time, like you say, they're quite sculptural, and the whole idea of an art sculpture is that there is no function. So I think that's the tension I'm also playing with, that you can immediately see that it's part of an installation, so it's meant to be art. But there's also an invitation to maybe touch or wanting to touch. And like these, the way they are placed, and because of the buckles, you feel the need that maybe you could try them on or see how they fit or what you could do with them. Yeah, so that's a tension I think I like to play with. Yeah.
You are at a turning point. This is your chance to permanently shift your life in the direction of joy and fulfillment. You'll find your life is changing in ways you could never have imagined, and you'll notice that others are commenting on the change as well. You struggle through life, not knowing what direction will bring you the fulfillment you want. You have some idea of what matters to you, but you are inconsistent in prioritizing those things in your life. As a result, you spend a fair amount of time in regret, wishing you had done things you did not do. You feel guilty frequently. You know life could be richer, but you don't know how to make it so. This is your time. It's time to step into a new life of joy and fulfillment.
Well, I wouldn't want to make some kind of plainly ironic work, because I think that is too flat. So I think it's what you make of it. But of course, you could read some kind of criticism in it, because I mean, all the objects and all the installations I've made contain a sort of an emptiness. And this is an emptiness that I see, that is my opinion, that I see in the way commerce deals with us, or maybe the effect that it could have on us. But I also try to question this. So, for instance, this voice, she speaks like in a mindfulness audio, so the kind of thing that you could use to become relaxed before going to sleep, or well, that was the kind of thing that I listened to as an inspiration for this one, which I actually quite like. So listening to that voice is something positive for me. So it's not plainly a critique on something, I would say, but there might be sort of a cynicism in it. Yeah. Yeah. And also I mixed the two, so the way she speaks the words are very slowly and not really. I think she's not really thinking about the text when she reads it. So it's more about the way she pronounces those words. But the text itself comes from a website that helps you find your passion. So yeah, mixing those two I thought was an interesting experiment. The photo has a title which I think is important, which is Infinity Pool, and I think that one and also the little sphere over there, they relate a little bit also to individualism. So like you were just saying, yeah, it has a suggestion maybe of some kind of group therapy, but there's no group here, and everything is sort of focused on something for an individual, you know, reality shaped around your own desires. So it's meant for you, very focused on one person, mindfulness that you can do on your own, you know, with your earplugs in, with nobody else present, just help yourself. So everything really focused on the self, without any individual touch. So that's also why I made these sculptures identical. So there's no actual individual touch there, but it suggests that it's made for your individual needs. And that's also why I made a lot of circular things, because I think, well, it refers a little bit to me like living in this kind of bubble, so everything refers back to itself. You know what I mean by that, or is that a little bit fake?
No, it's
so
I
yeah.
understand.
And also, well, the show is first called The Invisible Hand. So the idea, like, applied to the present, that when you go online and you search for something that you want to buy, like shoes, those same shoes keep popping up in advertisements anywhere you go. So you get fed back your own interests, you get fed back your own search results. So that means you can never sort of discover anything strange or something that is outside your own individual bubble. And that feeling is something that I wanted to bring back into this installation. So that's why, you know, the monochrome, so everything has the same colors or sterile colors. And then the infinity pool, that is something, you know, the pool where you cannot see the edge, and it's sort of you only see pool and sky, which I also think is this kind of weird, sort of an image of perfection that I don't really understand. So I do understand it, I do understand the aesthetic or the, you know, why people would want to be in such a pool, but it's also a kind of a scary image almost to me, something so empty that it makes me a bit like, gives you an eerie feeling. So that's a translation, that was a translation of that kind of idea. Yeah, and the text on the window and that little sort of palm tree image, I think that started with an essay I read by Zadie Smith, which is called Find Your Beach, and it again sort of illustrates the same idea. So she describes how she sees from her New York apartment a commercial ad for Corona, I think, and it just has a white palm beach, blue skies, and it says find your beach. And she analyzes perfectly why this is strange to her, because it doesn't say like find your dream or find your passion. It says find your beach, so it fills already in what it is that you need to find. So I thought that was so strange. And the beach that it shows is totally empty as well. So it's not like have fun with a lot of friends, but have a beer on your own on this perfect white and blue beach. And so in this analysis, she calls this a reality shaped around your own desires. So that's why I picked that text to go on the window. And that's why I have the little sort of perfect beach image over there, but covered with a black epoxy coating. So that makes it a sort of a dark dream, dark nightmare about the same beach.